Good afternoon and welcome to the Windsor Star's Net News at Noon. Caesars Windsor is reducing staffing levels by 45 in a bid to shore up its bottom line in the face of declining revenues that officials blame on the border, the passport issues, soft economy, and as well as the strong Canadian loonie. 65 full-time unionized workers are moving into 23 part-time positions, and 3 full-time non-unionized workers are being let go. Quarter over quarter from the third quarter of this year to the last fiscal year, casino revenues plunged 12%. And Windsor police are seeking a suspect who robbed a Windsor cab in the Drouillard Road area at knife point Saturday night. Check the web for a story and a full description. Help the Windsor police get their man. And this could be some good news, folks. Later today at 2:30, we're going to be at a press conference. Federal officials are in town at the Windsor VIA station to make, and I quote, an announcement about an important investment in the Windsor VIA rail station. So come back at 2:30, check it out. We're going to post that info for you as soon as we can get it. Okay, later on today, City Council is in action tonight, and we're going to live stream it for you like we do every Monday. And make sure you tune in tonight, folks, to see if anybody shows up. Remember the debacle last week when the mayor and 4 councillors skipped out on the meeting, caused a bit of a kerfuffle and sort of a shoving match there between Mara and Francis. We have an editorial sort of on that subject in today's paper saying the mayor's office was right to release those attendance figures. Check that out. Give us your opinion. Your opinion matters. And tune in tonight, see if anybody shows up at council. Okay, on the weekend, some sports for you. The Spits hammered the Sudbury Wolves 6-0 on the strength of a hat-trick by Dale Mitchell. And the Lancers, kudos to them. The track team swept the men's and women's titles this weekend for the 5th time in 6 years. And the basketball teams kicked a little butt as well. And now each of the teams are 1 win away from playing in the Canadian Championships. Okay, now the story that everybody wants to talk about, folks, our photo of the day here shows Roberto Luongo the Snowman, in net, and it was sent in to us by Lisa Gignac. Of course, he's outfitted in a Canadian hockey jersey. That's all anyone's talking about, and that's all we want to talk about today, so we're bringing in Mary Caton, our great sports reporter here.
Morning.
Morning, Mary. The whole country has a hangover that's probably bearable. Today could have been a lot worse. What are your thoughts on the game?
Incredible game. I mean, I've witnessed a lot of great sporting events, and not too many things bring me to my feet, and I jumped out of my seat when Crosby scored that goal.
It was
and
insane.
High-fived everybody in the room. It was an incredible scene.
I high-fived everybody, too. Just my little daughter, V, she was on my lap. Like, it was kind of her first baby high-five. I couldn't believe it. I mean, the whole third period, it was nerve-wracking. It was scary. The Americans came on, and with 25 seconds left, you think that's a dagger through the heart.
Absolutely. You could see the momentum building for the U.S. team in that third period, and what do we hit? 2 posts?
2 posts.
You figure you've had your chance to build it to 3-0, and now you're going to pay for it. And when they scored to tie it up, yeah, I mean, now you're looking at anything can happen.
Well, and plus the Crosby breakaway. Right?
Crosby breakaway that really didn't end up in much of a shot at all, and you figure that's it. We've shot the bolt now, and it's going to be U.S.
Yeah, and a lot of folks too. And interesting too. Parise, all these great American high, and they were great. Like let's the Americans. Patrick Kane, like little fire bug out on the ice.
Yeah,
really good. But Parise's dad was a hero in '72.
Yes, that's right. Going back to that, that's right. He's certainly been family's been on the big stage before.
Yeah, well, exactly.
And it doesn't get bigger than the goal he scored to send it to overtime.
Yeah, it was a monster. I wish I could have been a fly on the wall, sort of between the third period and the OT, because when the Canadians they play on their heels, we always end up losing. But they came out guns a-blazing.
Yeah,
in the OT.
Yeah, that's right. And to their credit, because you could play it safe and then be in a lot of trouble, and 1 breakaway and you're done.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's the thing is the crazy thing is if these 2 teams played like a best-of-7 series, it's going to go to OT in the 7th game. So Canada, luckily, that was the game we won yesterday.
Yeah, you got a good idea there. Best-of-7 be a heck of a series to watch.
It would be awesome. It would be awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. And the other thing, I guess, about that big game is Crosby. A lot of people were sort of down on him a little bit, saying he hadn't stepped up. How cool that he was the guy.
Absolutely. I mean, he had been really strong early in the tournament and then went quiet for those 2 games. And then for him to come through with the biggest goal that he'll ever score in his career, fantastic.
I'll tell you, a couple of times yesterday, like I was almost in tears, like on my couch. Sort of, I was so happy. It's kind of lame. I hate to admit this, but I was. It's true. And it would have been so unbearable if the Americans had won, because we would be seeing it again and again and again on YouTube. Bob Costas' Miracle on Ice, and
And not to mention at the end of the games like that. What a perfect way to wrap up the games in Canada with that gold medal in hockey. It would have been a terrible letdown had it been silver.
Exactly, but it's a great story, folks, and remember, okay, this is why you pick up the Star. Tuesday's Star is going to include a 5-page special section commemorating the Canadian Gold Rush, 14 gold medals, best of any ever country ever at the games. We're going to bring in Steve Yednaraz. He's going to lay it out beautifully. You're going to want to get it framed. You're going to want to put it on your fridge. Go Canada, go. Thank you, Mary.
You're welcome.
Thanks for watching the Net News online and on your porch. We're the Windsor Star.